inside of you.
Blessings to all of you beautiful beings. It's Elena, and I'm enchanted to have you be here on my channel. Hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're new, consider liking, subscribing, becoming part of my little YouTube family. And if you've been here before, hello and welcome back to each and every one of you amazing, gorgeous, beautiful, and capable souls right across the screen. Lots of love, lots of warm hugs, and hopefully you and yours are safe. I'm starting off with a new candle to adorn my screen, and I usually kind of enchant the candles or set an intention with the candles as I start to burn them. This was from a previous unboxing, and it was purple and pretty, and the sparkles are actually kind of fun in it to watch it move around as the candle melted, so I thought it would be a good idea to use that candle, and I also liked it because it was shorter and flatter and fit in the screen. So, on to planning the month of August. I know this video is coming out late. There are a couple of reasons for that I explained in the previous video. If you want to check that out, find it on my channel. But in any case, on to planning this month. Starting out by picking a couple markers that are going to be going alongside with the color scheme that I chose, and things are going to be with greens and leaves and some browns and golds. I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but I did sketch this out beforehand, or a very loose like type of sketch. That way I knew which lines to follow and how it's kind of gonna go lay down or correlate with the two pages together. And then went on to do a ton of tiny details of leaves and little florals and flowers and sparkles, and I really like the way this layout came about. It was fairly simple to do. I think next time I can make the leaves bigger versus the vines and give them a little bit more detail. Otherwise, I was pretty happy with the way this little ensemble of green things came about. Now I'm using archerandolive acrylograph pens here, and everything that I'm using here I will link down below in the description. These markers, pens, what combination of both, and acrylic paint, something along those lines, just do such a great job with layering on top of colors with the pigment and just being able to do fine details with very intense and like bold colors. I absolutely adore them, and if you love to doodle, and if you like using markers and you want something that's a little bit more potent in type of like, I don't know, paint, I would highly recommend giving acrylographs a try. I'm not sponsored by them. I wish I was. That would be extremely exciting, but I'm just very much enjoying the quality of their products and just the amount of details that you're able to do with them. I'm then going in with some of the colors that I used and just doing little dots and kind of sparkles just to spread out the image a little more, to fill up the page a little more, and I think it gives like very fine and easy details that just kind of draws your eyes across the page. Afterwards, I went in with another color that I used alongside that scheme, and I also used gold to kind of add some little moons, little stars, more glitters and sparkles, and again, just to fill out that page a little bit more. I do a simple calendar layout just to kind of see where the dates fall on which days, I think that's how you say it, and add a little bit more gold details towards the bottom. And because I don't love my handwriting, I figured using stickers for the month title would be better. At least I would feel better that way. And I love that gold metallic marker. It provides such a wonderful metallic-y sheen. Oh, so nice. I do have the metallic acrylographs from Archer and Olive, and although it does have some metallic-y shimmer to them, I don't think it's as wonderfully potent as that Sakura marker pen that I use. Like, that pen is like liquid gold type of drawing. The next spread is my weekly mantra and kind of monthly check-in. And we're continuing on the theme of greens and golds. Now, around this time, I purchased, I think it's gold foil, I think that's what it's called. And it's like a transferable foil thing. You use a little glue that I'm currently painting on with a paintbrush now, and then you put the foil over it. It's not actual gold, that's fake gold, but it shimmers and acts like a real gold sheet. So once I got it, I kind of became obsessed with trying to use it in all of my craft projects. Not 100% successful, but I definitely like the way it turned out, how it kind of seemed like, I don't know, bits and pieces of molten gold just dropped on my sheet, and I really like that. So I added a couple of details of that way just to give it more shimmer and more fun. Again, it's a very simple way and a detailed type of way where it looks like you put in a lot of effort, and in reality you just kind of dotted some glue on it and like slapped some gold leaf on it. I'm also very weird with my craft supplies, and I like to save everything as much as possible. So I try to reuse things and kind of end up hoarding a lot of craft supplies so I can reuse them for other projects. Let me know if you're kind of like that, because there's no need to waste things if you can create something pretty with it later on, right? At least that's my intent for it. So for that month, my monthly mantra is, this month I will find peace, healing, and an abundant harvest of success in all of my endeavors. And if you've been following me for a little while, you kind of know that I needed some peace and healing in my life. And I'm hoping to find it this month. I didn't find it that month, but you know, I'm optimistic to find it this month and for the next months to come. Adding in some crystal-like stickers that also have a little bit of gold shimmer to them, and then adding more of that gold leaf to that side of the page. The stickers were unfortunately kind of like that silicone type of feeling, that like little bit of a rubbery feeling, so that gold leaf really wanted to stick to them. So it took a little bit of effort with a brush to kind of get it all off. And it's just so satisfying to kind of just brush off the excess of the gold to reveal all of those pretty sparkly things on there. Let me know what your thoughts are with this gold leaf situation. Should I try to incorporate more of it into future months? Onto my thankfulness spread and my spells and rituals type of page. Now, unfortunately, that month I did not really use these two spreads. I had good intentions, but they ended up staying blank in my book, unfortunately, but they were really pretty to put together and to make. And I really like those like fern green stickers, and there's something like so wonderful of a combination of that like foresty olive, like dark deep greens with gold. I think it just looks so pretty and reminds me of like if you ever hiked through a forest and like very early in the morning when the sun was rising, and those like sun rays are different in the morning, just filtering through the leaves and the trees. Oh, so pretty. Would highly recommend a hike to see like a sunrise through like a forest or something like that. Definitely should be on your bucket list to try out. On to the first weekly spread. Now I'm repeating the same style of spreads that I have in the previous month that I've done. Pages for 2 days per page, and I liked doing it long and adding in the times as well. I don't always use the times to schedule for the days, but if I have appointments or something like that, it's very handy to just be able to plop it into that section, and that way I know how to plan my days out. So I really like the way this spread worked for me, and I think I'm gonna continue doing the spreads this way. And I definitely like keeping it towards the center and decorating the edges instead of last time. I think I tried doing it sometimes towards the edge and having decorated center, and sometimes towards the center decorating the edges, and I definitely prefer doing the decorative edges. So that's what's gonna keep probably repeating throughout a couple months in my bullet journals. Continuing on with the green leaf theme, I tried to do like an ombre stamp effect, sort of, throughout that weekly spread, just to have different greens and of course the leaves. It's not one of my favorite spreads that I've done, but it'll do. It's easy enough. Now the journal that I use is a B5 size, mainly because that gives me more room with doing the full hours of the day that I end up using, and the hours of the day go from about 5 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. and that tends to be my waking time, or time that I'm awake, if I'm not sure which way would make more sense. Throughout past couple months, I ended up sharing kind of the snacks that I have throughout my bullet journal planning and some of the audiobooks that I listen to. So this month, I believe I was finishing up the Sherlock Holmes series audiobook. I'll have that linked down below as well. And the snacks that I was having were chicharrones, or pork rinds, and I know it's like a little different of a snack and not everybody enjoys them, but they're just so salty and so crunchy and just so satisfying to have. Let me know what's a kind of weird or unusual snack that you like, that other people kind of that it's not as common for others. So pork rinds is not a very common snack in my area for like other people, if that makes sense, but it is very common in our household and kind of like our family. Like I said, it's very salty and crunchy, and I would recommend you trying if you like similar snacks like that. This week's spread, I used a washi tape that had some gold constellations on, and I added in more of that green fern type of look and more stickers just to kind of fill it out and cover up the edges. Again, very simple, very quick, and yet very pretty, if I must say so myself. I think this was one of my favorite weeks for decorating. I definitely like the way it kind of flows together. And I was sad that I ran out of those like silicone pudgy crystal stickers with like the gold specks in them. I could totally incorporate that into so many more different creative things. All right, on to the next week. Super simple, staying alongside theme. This time is less green leaves and more florals. Florals. Why does that sound weird now? And I just cut up a pretty paper banner thing that I had in my stash of pretty papers and glued that onto the edges. And it was a very simple and quick put together. And the last week, again keeping up with the themes of golds and greens, I went with this, it almost looks like a vintage book type of washi tape to decorate the edges, and alongside the sides I added more green leaf stickers. I think these are eucalyptus branches, something like that. And again, I like the combination of the browns and golds and the green. I think it goes very nicely together. Whoops, that was not the last week spread to do. There is one more. This one I also went with a vintage style using this large washi tape that very easily covered up most of the edges. And adding in some more pizzazz to it using some green leaves and a little bit of florals. So those were my simple and easy quick spreads for the month of August. Let me know which one was your favorite. The constellations and the black crystal stickers are my favorite, or the eucalyptus leaves with that little band of gold vintagey washi tape. So here's that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, the whole shebang. We have tons of magical fun here. And if you've made it this far, comment down a little leaf emoji in the comment section below. I know I used a leaf emoji before in other videos, but that's okay because there is a lot of leaves here. Also, this part of the video, I kind of show how I organize my daily schedule and just give you a little sneak peek of the past month and how it worked out for me. So I definitely like these types of spreads, and I think I'm going to keep doing them. Well, I shall see you on the next video. Love you all. Bye!